Editor! Fighting music. Go! No, this is too bland. No! Too loud! Perfect. Last video was too nice. Too self-reflective, too contemplative. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. Today we're mean. Today we're fighting. Today we're settling fights. Today, I hit you with facts, opinions, and some third thing. So irrefutable that no one will ever have to make a video or discuss this topic ever again. Today, once and for all, we decide which box art is best. Roll the intro! This concept is very simple. I'm gonna explain it anyway. Every generation of Pokemon is a game, and games have covers, and covers look like this. Wow! But with Pokemon, they very often come out in sets of 2. That's right, you know the type. 2s like these. And sometimes there's a third one, but I don't give a shit about the third one. Today we're settling rivalries. Today we're deciding which of the two is better in all situations. So, without further ado, Generation 1. Charizard sucks. This one was easy. You didn't need me to tell you this one. Charizard's been so overhyped. Ever since the Grand Cataclysm, ever since hundreds died at this sporting event, Charizard's been terrible. Too many forms, too much love from Game Freak, from Nintendo. He's had his time in the sun. Now it's time to cool off. And you know what's great for cooling off? Water that you can get from a turtle. Turtle water. That's coming out of a damn cannon. 2 cannons. 3! If we're getting spicy. If we're getting extra cool like we probably are in Legends ZA. Blastoise is the winner. On to round 2. Round 2! We're here. It's Johto, which means it's these two. And again, it's not close. I mean, it's not close. You can have this one shot that's fine, I guess, from the anime, or one of the best movies, period. Also, the coolest legendary subversion thing that's ever happened with this. Are you kidding me? That's hype as hell. This man kidnapped the Titanic. That's not even a joke, it happened. Here's the footage. And that's the bad version. The good version did a song and did a cool with Ash. It was cool. I'm describing it poorly because I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but it was really cool. It was way better than the Ho-Oh movie. You're telling me this raggedy-ass chicken didn't even get a movie? We're moving on. I'm right, and I'm not upset about it. Moving on. We've made it to Kanto. We've made it to Johto. We're here in Hoenn. It's Generation 3. That's 3 times the generations, baby. And it's the first game that had a third one. That's not technically true. I guess Pokemon Yellow existed, but I guess that still counts. Anyway, Yellow's the exception to what I'm about to say. But all of the third games, peak box art legendary. Are you kidding me? Rayquaza, Giratina, it's not even close. But it also feels bad to include because they stopped doing it. They stopped doing it. Justice for Gray, Justice for Z, no Justice for ZA. That title's still fucking stupid. Justice for, I don't know, Stars, I guess. Pokemon Gone when? I'm not counting them. We're doing the rivalry. We're just doing the 2. And when I tell you, there is not a further gap than between this bitch-ass gecko and the king of the ocean. I can sum up how I feel about this very easily. Very simply. It's not hard, but I think you're gonna like it.
Get in the water. Wait. Get in the water. Stop this. Please. Get in the water!
Do you know how many fake Groudons there are? There's the one from the Jirachi movie. There's the one from, what's it called? Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. There's the one from Mystery Dungeon. This sun-dried skink can't be himself. We've seen more fake hims than we've seen real ones. You think anyone can step to the King of the Sea? Ocean Whale Supreme? There's never been a fake Kyogre. Not once. Not a single time. Maybe one time, but that one time is not nearly as embarrassing as these amalgamations. That's just a robot with a guy in it. There's a guy in there. That's embarrassing for you. We're gonna jump through FireRed and LeafGreen. This one's kind of lower stakes. We've been over this already. Charizard sucks, and also, just by proximity to World's Best Boy, Venusaur is the best of the three. We don't need to talk about how it trounces on the other two competitively, or how it's way better from a design standpoint, or how it's not embarrassingly shorter than I am as a damn dragon, or how it's not a dragon. This is not close. This is the least close one, except, as previously mentioned, for the King of the Ocean. Diamond and Pearl is the first one where we have a good fight. Both of these designs are great, and honestly, the thing that almost gives him the edge, the winning edge, I do think Palkia sounds cooler in the anime. I simply have to grant that Palkia does sound cooler in the anime. But, speaking of him in the anime, this is also the only one where we've run the numbers and they've come back conclusively. Dialga handed this thing its entire ass. It had to run away to the fucking Immortal Realm and hide in a regular-ass town. That's how bad Dialga spanked this thing. And not in a hot way. Easy, easy dub. Easy dub for the goat of time. Also, easily the best movie. So, anything that happens in any other movie or any of the games, irrelevant. We've got the best movie, and then we see one of the best box legendaries, let's be honest, winning the fight. So this piece of media outranks any other. Obviously, Dialga takes the cake. Uncontested. Moving on. Black and White. Another close one, I'll grant you. I could hear an argument for this going either way, but this is mine. There's no more arguing. We said this back in the intro. This is objective. This is correct. And you know what else is correct? Zekrom's kind of bland. He's just kind of a guy. And Reshiram's got the wings, and the wings are cool. And I understand that he doesn't have arms, but he's a different type of dragon. Anyone that's like, his wings look... Shut up. Just because he doesn't look like Smaug does not mean that that's not a hype dragon design. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Look at these two. It's not close. I lied earlier. It's not close. Reshiram goes hard, and Zekrom goes to the fucking unemployment line. Black and White 2! Black and White 2? Why is that on this list? That's just Kyurem. This is just Kyurem. What are you talking about? Anyway, X and Y... X and these ones. Another obvious choice. Strange as it is that your shiny is made of bacon, you are the better of the two, and I'll tell you why. This is the Tree of Life. Why is it not a grass type? What are you talking about? It would even make more sense from a design standpoint, because this is dark flying. Fairy good into dark, flying good into grass. Cycles and shit. It's supposed to be life and death. Why are you just a fairy? Why are you just a fairy? Sun and Moon, I had some real trouble with. This one, I really had to sit and think about this one. They're both very cool, but they're both not all the way cool. And like, it's close. I felt bad about it. I felt really bad about having to pick one for Sun and Moon because this was the closest by far. But then I remembered Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon exists, and so I feel a little better in giving Sun and Moon to Lunala. It's close, but the wings, it's just a cooler design. But you don't have to worry about it because Solgaleo wins in the Ultra Necrozma version. Because let's be honest, the Ultra Necrozma Lunala, whatever it's called, doesn't look stellar. It's less than the sum of its parts. I'd rather just have Necrozma and Lunala. Is what I have to say about that. Which is perfect, because I can have my Lunala, and I can have my ultimate Sun Cat, and there we go. There you go. It's perfect. It's a perfect little situation. It's so good, in fact, that we can move right on. Let's go! Eevee. As much as an Eevee that does not engage with Eevee's only gimmick of having many evolutions is, one, Pikachu has the same issue as Charizard. It's had too much time in the spotlight. And two, I cannot pass up an opportunity to sing the praises of an Eevee that cannot become a Sylveon. There's just no getting around it. Let's go, Eevee. Let's go. Sword and Shield. I considered skipping this one. They're both not very good. This is definitely the lowest. If each two Pokemon add up to a certain score out of 10, these two together is definitely the lowest number of any pairing of two. That being said, dog with a knife is at least funny. You come home, dog, he's got a knife. The dog has a knife. I shouldn't have to explain this to you. The dog, he has a knife. He's a dog, and he has a knife. He has a knife, and he's a dog. Dog knife. Knife dog? Knife dog. Much better than dog with head stuck in dinner plate, I guess. Dog that ran too fast into the wall, cartoonishly. No, dog with knife. Knife dog, stab dog. Don't stab dogs. Stab with a dog. Stab your enemies with a dog holding a knife. The dog is holding a knife, you're holding the dog. You're holding the dog, holding the knife. Stab your enemies with the knife, with the dog, with the knife, holding the knife, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around.
Oh, the rattling bug down in the valley-o. Rare bug, rattling bug down in the valley-o.
And finally, we've made it to the present day. The soonest, most recent of the possible options, Scarlet and Violet. And before you say a damn word, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a single thing you have to say. This is your worst take by far as Pokemon goes. And I don't want to hear a damn thing about it. It's Miraidon. It's Miraidon, and it's not close. Why? I'll tell you. Look at this thing. I will grant you that it has a somewhat imposing design if you blur your eyes a bit. But first of all, everyone knows that dinosaurs just collectively got less cool when you put feathers on them. I'll grant you things like Archaeopteryx and maybe raptors. But things this big, terrible lizards of this scale, got way less cool when you put feathers on them. It may be biologically accurate, and I emphasize may because we're not sure, but we're leaning yes to my knowledge. I don't know, I'm not super up to date on my paleontology. It's not good. It's not as good. It's not as good. T-Rex with feathers? Not as good. We can be honest with ourselves about that. And the bigger problem with this design, why do you have wheels? This one has wheels, and it uses them. Crazy take, I know. But if we're doing the vehicle Pokemon thing, and we bothered to give you wheels, use the fucking wheels. What's wrong with you? I can't fathom why they would include this on your design. Don't give him wheels. Don't give him the most obvious fake wheels that there have ever been. Real fake doors. I'm still here. I'm still selling fake doors. I went home and I made a sandwich. I'm still selling fake doors.
What are you worried about? Come get fake doors.
Why do you have fake wheels on you? Get rid of them. And then maybe I'd hear that this thing can stand up to the techno god from the future. This is the dumbest legendary design, at least box art, that I've ever seen, except for the Tree of Life not being a fucking tree and just being a fairy. I'm still upset about that. Both are stupid. Both are equally stupid. You can argue that Scarlet's the better game. You're wrong, but you can argue it. You cannot argue that that thing has a better design because it doesn't. You're wrong. You're just wrong. And I don't want to hear a single one of you disagree with me in the comments. You know what? You know why? Because I've got the backing of Reese, and Malayik, and my other patrons, and everyone in the Discord. Everyone that's in there agrees with me wholeheartedly, otherwise they wouldn't be there. That's what that means. Doesn't mean anything else. What else is on the Patreon you didn't ask? Extended cuts, bloopers, alternate cuts, bonus videos sometimes. Probably by now the first episode of the Soul Length that this poor sap and my editor are doing together, and I may or may not participate in. We haven't worked out all the details yet, but that's probably coming. My immortal, might actually be out by now. Part 1 is definitely out. It's been out for a while. Go check that out. Part 2 might be out by now. I'm not sure, but maybe. It could be. It could be. That's it. That's all I got. I've got some correct takes, hot off the presses for you. Eat them and enjoy them. They're good for you. They're like broccoli. Objectively good for you, even if you don't like the taste. Good night, everyone. Backpedaling these post-credit scenes. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm right about every single thing I said in this video.